Hi everyone, and welcome to the newest Bluewater webcast, the 7 Deadly Sins of Local Franchise Marketing. Today I'm here with Craig Boyte, Bluewater's Director of One-to-One Digital Strategy, and he's here to share his expertise on these 7 sins and how your franchise can conquer them. Thanks a lot for joining us, Craig.
Sure, glad to be here.
Awesome. So we'll go ahead and get started here. Let's talk about the first deadly sin of local franchise marketing, and that is relying on the national brand to do all of the marketing. As a franchisee, that's part of what you are making the investment in is the brand and the marketing power there. So why shouldn't they just let the brand do all the work? They pay for it.
They do, but there's a lot of evidence that local marketing is very important. As a matter of fact, 6 out of 10 senior marketers say that that is one of the most important things. Unfortunately, only 7% of them think that they actually do it well. So things to remember about local marketing is it really enhances your shop or your store or whatever you may have, your image in the community, which is very important. It also is long-term. National advertising tends to be short-term. Local marketing is a lot longer term. And of course, the most important thing is it grows your traffic in your store and it increases sales. I mean, that's really the bottom line, right? That's what we all want.
Yeah, absolutely. Very cool. Well, one of the biggest areas that the brand level and the corporate office seems to really help take care of franchisees is in the online world. So if the brand already has a website there, a lot of franchisees really think that that's enough, but you say that the second deadly sin is actually not having a local microsite. So why is that important?
Yeah, a local site is extremely important. And one of the major reasons is because when people search online, 85% of them are searching for local businesses. So if you are looking for a coffee shop, you're not looking for the national website. You're looking for something around you right now. So having a local microsite is really essential. 63% of small businesses don't have it. So if you do have it, you've got a leg up on your competition. And some things to remember, always have your address, your phone number, and your email on your homepage. Those are key things to have in your site.
Great advice. So if we've got a local microsite and people are searching for my store locally,
Right.
You also say the third sin is not knowing where you rank in search results. As a franchisee, that probably isn't necessarily a priority to most people. They just want to make their investment and run their business.
Right.
So why is it so important to know where they rank in search results? What does that even mean?
Well, so where you show up in search results is extremely important because that's how you get found, right? I just listed the example of someone searching for a coffee shop. Well, if you're not on that first page, 75% of people will never see you. So it's really important to know where you rank and then to actually improve that. Now, it's not an easy thing to do, but there are some easy tips that will help you. So something like setting up your Google Plus page, that helps a lot. Surprisingly, Google uses their own pages to help their own rankings. Also, register with your local directories. There are a lot of directories that you can, for free, register your site, and it really helps with local search.
Perfect. And again, you mentioned about the customers searching or people that are searching for the site. Now, people are not searching on a desktop computer anymore. They're searching on smartphones. So you say deadly sin number 4 is forgetting about mobile.
Right. Yeah, you can't forget about mobile. Like you said, most people are searching. It's actually 3 out of 5 people are searching for local content on their smartphone. So that really means your site should be mobile optimized. Matter of fact, 52% of users say that if a site is not mobile optimized, or in other words, it's not a good experience on a phone, they are less likely to engage with that brand in the future.
So if I am a franchisee and the brand has got the corporate website and they've got local microsites for all the locations, but they're not mobile optimized, I'm just a franchisee, what can I do about that?
Yeah, it's a good question. Really work with your brand. So that's what we encourage. Contact them. Tell them how important it is. You can say things like, this is a good stat to use. 86% of people say they will pay more if they have a good customer experience.
Wow.
So having something like a mobile optimized site improves that customer experience.
You bet. So it's important to make sure that mobile is a priority and we're giving that customer experience then to the consumers and the customers in our area. And that's something that we know that they're going to pay for. So speaking of customer data, that's deadly sin number 5, not taking advantage of customer data.
Mm-hmm.
What we know about our customers doesn't always get used. How can we take that information and put it to better use?
Yeah, it is really important to use that information that's at your fingertips already. Like I said, 86% of people will pay more if they have a good customer experience, but only 1% of people think that they truly get the customer experience that they want. That's a huge number of people who are feeling let down.
Yeah.
So using data that you have, things like loyalty programs, birthdays, coupons, local coupons to a neighborhood, those are all ways that you can improve that customer experience and get your customers happier.
So deadly sin number 5, not taking advantage of the customer data, and we want to take everything that we know about the customer and see how we could possibly use it to improve their experience.
Exactly.
Awesome. So one thing we do know about customers in this day and age is that they're very social. We use a lot of social media, and that leads us to deadly sin number 6, which you say is ignoring social media. Now, it's hard to run a business day in, day out, and then also try to pay attention to what people are saying. But you say that it's really important for a franchisee to know what their customers are saying on social media?
It is. That's because that's where their customers are. 72% of all adults are on social media, and 89% of all adults under 30 are on social media. That means everybody, all your customers are there. So you really need to, at the very least, pay attention to what's being said. Now, there is no right or wrong way of how to do social media. Some brands do a great job of having one national social media presence. Others allow local franchises to have their own. And both can be done well either way.
So as a local franchisee, if I am focusing on social media, that's something I think we can all agree has really come to be a very cost-effective marketing channel. And especially the last few years, things have been really up and down economy-wise. So that's something that people have really found to be a good channel. But you say the final deadly sin is to actually stop your marketing, turn it off, which we found that a lot of franchisees tend to do because they're finding less expensive avenues like social media, and they're pausing other things like email marketing or direct mail marketing. Why is it so important to not do that and to keep things going?
Well, it's really important to not turn off your marketing, especially when times are bad. So that's when people tend to do it. When we're in a recession or it's just things aren't as good as you expect. Most businesses actually say that they will cut their marketing by 10 to 30% when times are bad. And this is really important that you don't. For one thing, if all of your competitors are doing it, that means if you don't, well, you have a leg up on them all, right? So if you can, try to keep the same or even increase your spending during downtimes.
So the concept here is that your competitors are also going to be backing off on their marketing spend, technically making their voices quieter, and if you stay the same or increase it, then by comparison, you're the loudest voice in the room.
Exactly, you're the loudest one and you're getting noticed the most. Now you can market smarter, right? So you can do things like try to market in ways that will bring people in immediately. So different types of marketing that will have immediate impact, like maybe mailing, email, some of the things you mentioned. Those will bring in customers right away. They will help your bottom line, which in turn helps your business.
Right, perfect. So we want that one-to-one marketing focus, the stuff that's measurable versus investing in a billboard or, for example, a radio ad where there might be some gray areas to exactly how many people you're reaching and are turning around and coming back into the store. Yeah,
you want to really try to drive those customers in doing some direct response type marketing, not kind of a brand awareness advertising like a television or a radio spot that might get your name out there, but it doesn't really drive people in the door today.
Sure. All right, so it looks like we have covered all 7 deadly sins. Very good advice. Thank you so much, Craig. We are going to tie it up for today. So if you have any questions at all after this webcast, you can feel free to shoot Craig an email. His email address is there on the screen. You can also send a tweet to the Bluewater Twitter handle, which is @BluewaterBrand, using the hashtag 7sins. And don't forget to keep an eye out for other marketing advice and tips on the Bluewater blog. Thanks again for joining us, and don't forget to catch us for the next webcast. Thanks. See you again.